to short, and with the flashbang ready to go over the top, Aerial can do some serious damage with it. It's gonna pop, and in fact, no, it isn't even deployed. It's just a smoke grenade to allow them out, and either way, Holzerk drops. Freiburg coming in from CT, can't get anything done. Heap's gonna drop. LEKRO finds one back, but instantly traded, and what a fantastic site take there from HAVU. The flash deployed late, eliminates any threat of the retake, and with both of these final members low, they should just be disposed of. Oh. Well, that early man advantage taken here for Dignitas, and a lot of damage done onto HAVU, so a really good start from Dig. But slowly getting aggressive into Catwalk, might be able to take this engagement on the site. He spotted out the head. I'm not sure if he's been seen himself. Regardless, comes out on top in the engagement. That's the A site open for business. The C4 going to swarm onto it, get those digits tapped in, and now Dignitas on a desperation retake. And look at this discipline from Jemmy. He knows that Freiburg's going to be up in these long tunnels, and he is just waiting the time out. Finally takes the bait, shows the shadow, but Freiburg, it's surely too late here.
He's got to try to take a duel with Slowy, and as he does a bit of damage, you need to bear in mind that HAVU, all of these members on low HP right now, and if Dignitas just swing wide and hit their shots, just like that, Halzerk onto Aerial, this leaves HAVU a very tough spot. Heapy, granted he is naded down, but as far as it's Zora, Halzerk gets Snowy, and out of nowhere, Dignitas hit the retake. Unfortunately, what that means to me at least is that Dignitas, they're really feeling unfair as their shots have been landing. They've been keeping HAVU kind of respectful for the time being. Zora, that's a nice shot to Halzerk, but Forrest instantly there to trade, and this looks like a whole other caliber we're seeing right now compared to our last game, Josh.
It really is. This is unbelievable. We saw a lot of whiffs last game, and it was costing both teams. There was a lot of really, really messy, scrapey CS. This is looking incredibly crisp. Some of these players, well, we do know historically are just insane. I mean, we've got several major attendees in the server, haven't we? And actually several major winners in the server as well, thinking about it. As Freiburg comes into this 1v1 though, I thought it was going to be dead to rights from Zori there, but Zori whiffs the shot, and Freiburg now actually has an opportunity to get this done. Zori pokes his head back up, finally finishes it off. Aren't just due to the fact that there's a curse, yeah? There's like some witch doctor that's placed an overtime curse. It is due to the fact that the caliber of all of these teams are just so close. All of these teams are so evenly matched that it means that these games always seem to go the distance, and that's something that you don't necessarily see in previous tournaments. Like what these Snow Sweet Snow Cups and what these Pinnacle Cups do is they get together all of the tier 2 teams and they make them face against each other. And we both know just there's so much tier 2 talent in Europe especially that they are very, very closely matched.
You're absolutely right, but with Zore hitting that opening, Halzerk taken down, Heap eating a lot of utility as well as he tries to pick up that up instantly, but it's LEKRO. He comes out the gate swinging now, the new transfer to Dignitas, and he does so with a kill onto Slowy. Zore on the response as well, and allows like 7 to spot 2 members heading their way towards short, and in the 3-on-4 right now, it's going to be HAVU to try and refute this Dignitas attack. Zore in a lot of trouble, has to swing wide, caught out by Freiburg now, and suddenly this flank from X7 needs to come pretty damn quickly.
And a 3-on-3, and there we go. X7 brings it into that 3-on-2, and well, it's quickly made into a 3-on-1. You look at the damage that's dealt here onto HAVU. It's very unfortunate that Freiburg just doesn't have the time to read out all of these opponents, and in fact, he's not even going to be able to find one of them. Jemmy deals him a 1-tap.
Util goes flying. It leaves HAVU in a tough old spot as they make their way forward. Dignitas trying to hold firm as they keep them back for the time being. It's nothing too substantial as Util goes flying, and with that, Freiburg looks to catch out an odd member. Smokes go out, Util goes down, and for Dignitas, this is a really strong position to be in, right? Well, really weak position to be in right now. This beats like so hard to try and retake, but with 5 players left standing, there's as good a chance as any. Flash goes out, Freiburg swings wide, good for 1, Yemi to trade. More players coming their way as Ariel's able to shut down LEKRO. Can he find another? Not quite for the time being. The team nade onto Forest should warn Dignitas that they're in an impossible position as HAVU make it 6.
And they've completely given it up. They've allowed HAVU to push right in off of the back of no information whatsoever as well. They've left the B site. They've allowed the smokes to come over the top. One of those little cat things, Kremer.
Really? I'm
cats that
very jealous. I'm very jealous.
I got it from Macau. Yeah. Well, I didn't get it from Macau. My dad got it from Macau. But still, very cool. Right. Very cool little cat thing.
A bit jealous, but with LEKRO hitting some incredible shots, it puts it down to a 3-on-2 now, and this is a perfect perfect opening, as instead we see Snowy able to shut down Forest. As instead, as Util goes down, it's going to be Zore to shut down Freiburg. And with that, LEKRO in a 1v2.
I think as soon as that veto comes in, they're expecting to lose Dust 2. I think that they're kind of being overly optimistic if they're sitting here with high hopes of winning this first match.
Any context whatsoever.
If you showed me that bedroom without Freiburg in it, I'd go, oh yeah, it's Freiburg's room. And the same goes especially for Sparrow. That one, I don't know why, but I just remember seeing it and I saw all the trophies and I was like, that's a really cool room. Yeah, like I want to do that.
There's actually a mad advantage now. Instantly nullified though. Aerial onto LEKRO's a nice shot. And tell you what, considering LEKRO, he's actually done really well for Dignitas. I believe he's currently top of their scoreboard, having really kind of shown why he's been brought on to Dignitas. But right now, you need more than just LEKRO to beat HAVU. You need, well, frankly, a kind of god-killing weapon, and I doubt that'll even be able to do enough. As we're going to see Snowy onto Heat puts a mad advantage for HAVU as they turn their attention towards A once again. Dignitas have no one there in the defense.
Nobody. This is just, again, it's crumbling. As soon as HAVU can take that control towards long, Dignitas, they cannot fight back. And the thing is that HAVU in the early rounds, they would consistently take this A site. And that meant that they were having loads and loads of success on it. They continued to press on to A, and there was no reason to change anything. Then they kind of added a spanner in the works. They went B a couple of rounds, and it means that Dignitas, they have no idea where to stack. They know that they can't win these rounds with a standard setup, but we see rounds like this where they stack towards the B site, and HAVU, they're just able to walk right in. This time, the retake actually pays off. And with this C4 not too far gone, Slowy has got an impossible task on his hands. And as soon as he swings, he will be eliminated. Dignitas, they put their first round on the board here on the CT side. But is it too little too late? But with just this default in place, there's nothing confirmed just yet. We do see some aggression from both sides here towards B. It's looking like we will see a firefight take place. It's Slowy to push right through. And there we go. Should be able to eliminate Forest. Instead, somehow loses the engagement.
That's very messy, and well, Freiburg's going to be very, very thankful that he survives there. As we see elsewhere, it's going to be HAVU making their way out from mid. Aerial, a beautiful shot onto a heap there. Again, laser-like readjustments to allow them to fake this presence. And instead, they turn their attention up towards short. Halzo forced to drop on down. LEKRO still on the angle, though. Good for one, good for two. Looks to make it three. Can't quite do so as Aerial doubles up before he falls, leaving Yemi in a 1 versus 2.
A very doable 1 versus 2 at that too. I'm not sure if that C4's dropped on short or if it's dropped into CT. No, it's on short. Okay, this is very, very doable. If that was dropped into CT, this would be quite tricky. But with it on short means that Jemmy can go and retrieve it. He is fully anticipating that someone's going to push through the smoke on short. And with those shots firing through, that confirms that there is someone in that position. That Molotov going onto the site as well. He now knows where Freiburg is. Throws that flash, gets his C4 digits tapped in. He's only got a few seconds left to work with, so has to hold on to it. If Forrest goes for the jump spot, he'll be dead to rights. But Jemmy, he can hear the step, swings around, dishes the head onto Freiburg. Now the one-on-one. This is so doable here for Jemmy, and he's playing it perfectly. The timing, the positioning, it's superb. And as he swings around, spots the head, pokes his up, and heals it with a beautiful precision. Rifles in hand, they could maybe make something happen. But HAVU, they've just been looking far too strong. And to be honest, they've not been phased by any buy that they've come up against. And this time they're applying the pressure elsewhere. The mid-B split, it looks like it was going to bear fruits, but Holzerk actually comes out on top of the first engagement. And with a 3-man stack towards this area of the map, HAVU are just going to cut their losses and go back to A.
So make their way on forward. It's going to be LEKRO. Those tap down 2. It looks tap down 3. Can't quite do so as Yemi shuts him down. And I tell you what, Yemi has been a thorn in the side of HAVU right now. Yemi, well, in the side of Dignitas, sorry. And right now in a 1v4, he's had back-to-back 1v2s. What can he do in a 1v4? Well, he's going to have to aggress somewhere. He chooses to go for long, but as the flash goes out, the short push comes through. He's got Forrest to worry about. Fires the first. He knows there's more coming, though. Can't quite catch out the other two. And for that, Dignitas, they make it a second.
And I think we're in for a bit of a ride here. We do see a little switcheroo of the weapons. As HAVU looking like they're going to aggress towards long, but they're not expecting Heap to be up so close on short.
Heap now trying to get aggressive. He's got Zori to worry about, and it's messy, but he does come out on top. Elsewhere, How's onto Aerial allows Dignitas now to make their way forward into what will be a retake here. Heap onto X7 shows that right now, Dignitas, they're really winning their angels right now, and HAVU, while they are in the better position, they're just not able to convert, and in a 5-on-2, HAVU are actually in a fair bit of trouble here.
Seven's made a huge mistake there. He was in lower tunnels, and I was thinking to myself, as soon as Heap gets aggressive here on short, he'll fall away, and Zevon will just be able to trade it. But instead, he held towards the double doors, and then as Heap was coming back up short, then he jumps onto the box, which gives his position away, and he loses the Angel. That is completely mental. HAVU now, they have taken the A-bomb site, but they've got a 3-man disadvantage. The C4 on their back, so they can go for the plant, but I don't even think they'll be allowed it. The flank coming in from behind, Yemi on his lonesome, needs to tap in these digits just to give them a little bit of extra money, and it's going to be denied. LEKRO coming in from the top.
They're still down by quite a way, but you need to bear in mind that earlier we were pretty convinced this game was over. Halzerk, a nice shot onto Slowy there to kick things underway, but in a 5-on-4 now, what good can Dignitas do against HAVU?
Feels like HAVU are just running out of steam a little bit here on this T side. We saw in the early rounds, they were bombarding towards short every single time. They were winning all of the duels, and now it's not going their way at all. We see Freiburg with the double spray down. It's round number 15. There's no point in Zori saving. There's not a lot of point in him going for it. I maybe spoke a little bit too soon. Beautiful 1-dig there. He needs to find 3 more. The smoke, it goes over the top, but the incendiary comes in with it, and there we go. Halzerk. And it's clear to see when you actually open up the scoreboard and you look at the kills on all of these members, it's clear to see that Dignitas have been putting up a lot of frags in these rounds, despite the fact they've been losing them. As we see this engagement taken towards short, Seven spots out a member, fires off a shot, but doesn't want to stick around to actually find the kill or potentially lose his life. And Dignitas, with it, they're going to set up towards this A execute.
We see Slowy ready for these players to come into him, and as Dignitas make their way on forward, Slowy not quite able to catch out the odd member, but it's actually, there he is, good for one. Halzerk instantly there to trade. X7 through the smoke, just destroyed by LEKRO there, as it goes down into a 4-on-3. And with that, LEKRO, low on HP, spam down through the smoke, but it won't matter. Heap good for another. Yemi dinked on down, and now with Zori on just 3 HP, it really heals down to Aerial, who's good for 1. Will continue making his way on forward. Looks to double up, can't quite do so for the time being, though, as Halzerk able to find him and able to hide. As Aerial good for another now. 1-on-2, no kit, though. He'll tap that bomb once. LEKRO makes his own way forward, making noise as he comes up from CT. He's finished off by Aerial there. A beautiful shot now. He'll tap it again. He's ready for Heap. Can he find the kill? No, he can't. Dignitas with the pistol round, make it 6 now, as they suddenly show that actually they bear teeth.
Often when a team goes for that configuration, they make the mistake of fighting long and they lose the gunfights to the USPs at range. But this time Dignitas didn't opt for it, and it works out very, very nicely for them indeed. Zori does find this opening pick with the 1-dig here. Ooh. And as he finds another, oh my, HAVU might actually make this work.
Zori having made it 3 as well, leaves it all down to Forest in a 1-on-3, and
Forest gets away with his life, wants to go for the secondary fight, and he can't do so. Slowy takes him out.
Forest ready to catch out some of these members now as he leads the charge, and HAVU, a man down, have to make up for it with Zori leading this charge, ready to scope one in, but Halzerk more than ready for the aggression. Zori, he knows this, he doesn't go too cocky. Instead, he waits to see who comes his way. As the smoke goes out, he'll back on down, he'll join Aerial on ramp, and he'll wait for these members to push into him. Smokes go out, flashes go out in counter, but LEKRO from behind, give for 1. Zori there to trade now, 3-on-4, and Zori right now, he is pivotal to the success of HAVU. He's got his teammate Snowy on long to try and assist, but through the smoke, there's no real trade. Zori, he's good for 1 as Freiburg finds Snowy from CT. Yemi gets the next set in the manner, putting it down to a 2-on-2 before Halzerk there to trade into the AK. He finishes it off, and with that, you're right. And with that flash going out towards B, it's Heap to find 1. Yemi good for another. Forest there to trade, and HAVU, they just go safe now.
Please tell me that wasn't on camera, and it was. The observer was on it straight away. If HAVU were at match point right now, it'd be a very different story. But Dignitas, they flipped the switch at the right moment, and now they have got a genuine opportunity to bring this back.
Zori, though, a beautiful opening, and he doubles up as well as Freiburg falls, and now into a 5-on-3. Dignitas, they turn the attention back away from long. 35 seconds left, and right now, if HAVU their B defense is non-existent. If Dignitas explode out towards B, then they're going to be in a perfect position. Aerial, this aggression towards short is going to be pivotal to the success of HAVU, but as Aerial takes his time with his attack, LEKRO finds Yemi, there's the trade, and now it's going to be a fight for Snowy to just buy some time. He can't do that. Now the AWP is really what has to be feared, and Zori trying to get an angle over this Molly, can't quite do so. Heap though caught out through the wall, and now Forrest in a 1v3, caught out by X7.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you there, Josh.
Oh, no. I mean, I was just about to throw to you regardless. I mean, this first kill is incredibly important indeed. And there we go. They don't find it, and Freiburg punishes. As soon as Zori misses that shot on short, Freiburg's allowed to get out. He's allowed a little bit of leg room to wiggle his feet, and he does so beautifully. 2 snappy headshots, and that's round donezo.
An incredible round, and well, LEKRO, he just clicks on heads. They're true the sights set towards B, and they're running into the UMP right now. Freiburg, he spots out Snowy towards mid. He's actually taken down, but what good's a UMP going to do right now? As LEKRO through the smoke takes a lot of damage by Yemi, but he still survives, and there you go. Yemi is taken down. The UMP doesn't do much. X7 through the smoke does find a kill. Yes, it's an advantage, but retaking this B site, we know how damn hard it is, Josh, and right now, Dignitas find themselves in a really damn strong position. Aerial, able to find Forest towards tunnels, though, does give them an advantage, as now, all of a sudden, Dignitas are going to be hard fought to hold this.
Well, LEKRO and Holzak have their work cut out for them, but with the post-plant positions and the 2 flashes to work with, they might be able to get this one done. The C4 beeping away, applying all this pressure. And with 3 players coming in from tunnels, it just comes down to the timing. Holzak goes for the jiggle, peaks, hits the collat, can't follow up with a second, but LEKRO in the corner, just buying time, connects some shots, can't quite convert though, as Zori gets him right through the box, and HAVU, they are really riding on the momentum that came with getting off to a really good start in this map. But Dignitas, whilst they were slow starters, they're looking fantastic right now, and there's no way that HAVU will be allowed that much success. Aerial and 7 do get off to a good start here in the 29th, and remember, if they take this round, then it's map over. There's no opportunity for OT. It is a 3 versus 3 situation, but as Freiburg falls, he does a lot of damage, but the man advantage in HAVU's favor once again. Forrest in such a difficult angle. He needs to pick up the pieces here, and HAVU just aren't giving him the opportunity to do so. The C4 in lower tunnels, no one from HAVU contesting it, but Forrest, the timing's perfect. He reads the situation beautifully, finds the headshot onto short. If Dignitas read this correctly and head over towards the A site, they can get a free bomb plant here. But they need to anticipate where these final 2 members are. If this AWP peaks, it's going to lose its life. They now know that the final player is towards B, surely. No, they don't. Jemmy could get this done right here.
Was he spotted out there? He must have been, surely. Fellas, the bodies go down. They must expect him to be back here. No, Freiburg goes for a plant. He's taken down. All on LEKRO now. 1v1 against Yemi. Yemi very low on HP. 1 second left. And LEKRO. Yeah, and right now, Dignitas, well, they have taken a fair bit of damage to kick things off. They are still in a really strong spot. And for HAVU, they don't really have enough util to negate this attack. Yeah, Dignitas, they make their way forward. There's Zore on the closer angle. This is either going to work admirably or awfully. And well, Freiburg, he deletes both members. It's instant long control. And now HAVU, they've got a hard-fought defense on their hands. Mollies go out, smokes go down. Looks like they might even try and go through this smoke right now as X7 fully blind is finished off as LEKRO hits the 2K. All on Snowy in a 1v5. Yes, he catches out the first. Yes, he tries to find a second. But is it quite enough? I very, very much doubt it.
But what Dignitas have done a really good job at is just baiting out this utility. They make their presence known, they force out all of these incendiaries from HAVU, and then later in the round when they go for the execute, there's no offensive utility left to work with. It's only the flashes and the firepower, but that seems to be enough. The 7 and Yami find the opening kills. They're now funneled into this corner. The AKs need to connect, and they're just not. They miss all the shots, and Dignitas, they crumble in the first round of OT. Well, as these nades ready to deploy onto the A site. There's 20 seconds left. There's no offensive utility left here for HAVU, though. An incendiary could stop Dignitas in their tracks, but there's not one to be deployed. The AWP from Zori, it's not connecting. He goes for the repeat, but he loses his life in doing so. Back into a 3-on-3 as 2 headshots come in unison. And Aerial, he falls to the same fate. LEKRO is on fire right now, hitting all these heads. And Slowy and Jemmy, as they go for the jump, they get completely railed. And Salzo,
Halzerk and Forest.
Dignitas, they're just feeling around this map. They've got into the tunnels. They've made sure that no one's aggressive there. That Molotov's going to make sure that no one from HAVU is actually up close towards the catwalk either. Instead, it's slowly behind the doors who can find 2 headshots, and that might just be enough, Grabber.
The only avenue of attack they have is short, and the only clear avenue is short. We see from the flank, Aerial fires Flyberg, which means that the game's up. HAVU well aware of what's about to happen, and as Halzerk, I think you missed every bit of utility he threw there. It doesn't matter though. They're able to get off the site, they're able to get a plant, and that leaves us in a 2-on-5 retake.
Well, LEKRO looking to try and find some more heads, but no. Zori coming in from short, Aerial from ramp.
Timing is definitely played to their detriment right now as we see HAVU get ready to kind of attack this A site. Halzerk ready for the try and catch out these heads on the angle as flashes go out and HAVU making their way forward. Player dives into CT. That's a beautiful shot to Aerial there as HAVU turn their attention down towards B. In CT, X7 he's able to catch out LEKRO. Now Freiberg has got all to play for. Fully blind. He's caught out by X7. A perfect flash now as HAVU, they look to hit 18 off the back of the speed attack.
Any other time you'd see a save here, but to be honest, there's not a whole lot of point for it. I think that smoke has actually just fallen through the map. Didn't realize there was a hole there. That's interesting. Volvo, please fix. But yeah, there's surely no opportunity here for Dignitas. AUG and an AWP and HAVU, they're just not giving them the opportunity. There's not even the util to clear out car. Halzerk can trade, but a 1-on-3, and he is just going to walk straight in and walk right into his grave. HAVU, they get themselves onto map points here. 2 in a row needed from Dignitas to take it to a secondary OT. No longer an opportunity for a win here. Plenty of utility to hold this one up, but it needs to be deployed. With 40 seconds left, HAVU, surely they execute right now.
Any second now, smokes go down. We see Dignitas ready with their utility to hold. And, well, Halzerk has got a molly to prevent this for the time being. Execution comes out, set piece goes down. And right now, LEKRO, he is being bombarded with utility. He falls to the double Molotov, which keeps him at bay. The nade from Halzerk misses. And with that, HAVU, they swarm this site. It's a nice early shot from Halzerk. Yummy there to trade. 4-on-3 now, and I think this could be the end for Dignitas. Heap trying to find a kill with this AUG. Can't quite do so as Yummy swings into him. And with that, Freiberg just can't find the conversion. Forest alone, caught out by X7. It's a damn messy to display, and it took a lot longer than probably initially thought